Welcome to my channel. I'm Ray Luna. For today's reading, we're looking into what is your current life karma. So, what lessons or themes you might encounter in this lifetime, the challenges, the rewards, and we're going to be looking at what in your past life could be affecting you in this current life for why you have to learn these lessons or have these rewards. So, for group number 1, we have Poet of Avon, the storyteller. For group number 2, we have Lilith, Thief of Life. For group number 3, we have Arthur, the champion of Avalon. And for group number 4, we have Anubis, the arbiter of truth. So take your time and pause the video if you need more time to decide what card is calling out to you. And once you have chosen a card, head to the description or the comment section and click on the correlating timestamp to receive your reading. And remember, this is a general reading, so only take the messages you resonate with to heart and leave the rest behind. And if there's something you don't like, you guys have the willpower to change this. I'm just picking up the current energies I'm feeling from the cards, from my intuition. So if that sounds good to you, I hope you guys enjoy this video, and thank you for watching. Welcome to your reading group number 1 with your cards here. We have the Poet of Avon, the storyteller, fame, stagnation, pride, the Morrigan, weaver of fate, antipathy, introspection, opposition, success. I know that there is no greater goal than to love. And for tarot, we have the Empress, death, King of Swords, and the Six of Cups. So what I'm seeing here for you guys for what's your karma in this life, I feel like you guys are destined to have success. You are destined to achieve and accomplish a lot of your goals. But the problem I see here is that while you might be destined to have some success and achievement, this might be hard for you to achieve because you have a lot of people who might be the opposition here. With this card, the Morrigan, we see it as like people might see you have greatness. They might see you have a lot of pull when it comes to other people. They can see you have many talents, but these people might be drawn to you and they might make challenges. So you guys might attract good job opportunities. You might attract people where it's like, okay, you're meeting them at the right place and the right time for you to succeed or make connections. And then because you made those connections, it makes it so you more easily will receive that next opportunity because you know the people giving out that opportunity. So with this, you might have people who try to interrupt your connections. You'll have people who try to interrupt anything you do that's going to receive acclaim. And with storyteller here, some of you guys too, this could even be like people plagiarizing your work or people trying to take something you made and say, oh, I did this. Like people trying to make sure you don't get recognition. These people might try to take recognition from you. But I do think overall these people in this lifetime, they'll fail against you. You will come out the other end successful. But part of your life lesson is trying to find ways to navigate these people who are trying to block you. So that means you guys have to be very smart, very cunning, and you have to think like 10 steps ahead of your competitors, of people in your life who might be trying to like take things from you. But I do see here that you guys have a lot of skill. I also think too, one of your life challenges is with any fame and recognition, not only could there be opposition, but I also see here that you could receive a lot of joy from whatever it is you're doing for your work, for your hobbies. You could receive a lot of attention for it, or you naturally, like even if you don't want to be famous, you naturally can draw attention to you with whatever it is you're doing. There is the issue of fame being freeing in some aspects, maybe having more opportunities in life because of your natural pull. But it also comes with the challenge of attracting those opposition type of people, attracting some ball and chain type of energy. But this is for you to overcome and rise above it and to continue to have success. So overall, this is something that's not too big of a challenge for you. It just might, be difficult at times, but there is a lot of greatness for you. I feel like you guys become the Empress in this lifetime. You become someone who's very smart, very caring, very intelligent. You're able to build your own empire. It was built by you being able to overcome these challenges. It is built by you transforming and always rising to the occasion to prove yourself that you are deserving of rewards. You are deserving of affections people are giving you. And I also see here too, when people try to take things from you, like with that plagiarism example I gave, I feel like you guys have this talent too because of your past karma. It eventually will reflect back on to people who harm you, and you're proven to be the Empress, the person birthing those ideas, the person who has those gifts originally. So you will be brought justice in this lifetime if that happens. I also feel here too, with your current life karma, there could be something with this lesson, with like fame or success, that you have to learn in this lifetime, because in your previous lifetime, you didn't meet the challenge or you were led astray. There's something you didn't complete. So it kind of gives a sense of this lifetime has a little bit of repetition to your previous life or one of your previous lives. So that's another interesting thing I see here. So I'm going to put some cards down and see what else we can pick up on your past life that's affecting you in this current life, and if there's anything you can do to help ease that. Okay, with these cards, we have authority figures, leaving or travel, imprisonment or slavery, and then we have the Nine of Pentacles and the Moon on the bottom. So with these cards here, I feel like in a past life, maybe some of you guys tried to seek fame, or you tried to seek something greater. But on your course of doing that, I feel like you either rejected people in your community, the people in charge, maybe your parents, your family, a community. You had to leave, or you had to sacrifice something that was kind of grand or important in some way. And this was all to get recognition or to have a lot more for yourself. But it kind of feels like in the past life, this was done in a way that wasn't that good. Maybe it brought harm to the community or the people in charge, your parents. So part of your karma in this life is you could actually be receiving fame and recognition, but part of that challenge with that, with this imprisonment and slavery card, you could have trappings of fame. So like you could have a lot of fame, but then you might not be able to travel or go wherever you want because then you have a lot of attention on you. So it's like you didn't fully complete receiving that fame in this past life, but now in this life, it's like you're awarded attention, you're awarded fame, but it comes with some issues of people wanting to ride off your success, people wanting to take from you because you have a lot to give in knowledge, in talent. So people will cause issues for you in that way. But a good thing is you will have a lot of comfort and stability. I also feel like you'll have some creative fulfillment in this lifetime with the Nine of Pentacles and the Moon here. One thing that you can do to help ease this karma up in this lifetime is continuing to pursue what makes you tick creatively. So now in this lifetime, you guys have this gift and a blessing of attention or fame, which sometimes has a shadow side of kind of being trapping for you. So now that you have this in this lifetime, or will have this in this lifetime, this is saying to make full use of it and use your art to create. Use your art to bring you stability. Use your creative talents to showcase maybe your shadow side as well with the moon here. Maybe you can talk about things that other people aren't talking about, and that could help ease up some of this previous life karma in this current life. So that was your reading, group number 1. I hope you guys liked it. Let me know what you thought about it in the comments. If you did like it, consider subscribing, hitting the notification bell so you don't miss any other videos like this I post. But I hope you guys have a great day, and I hope to see you in the next reading. Bye. Welcome to your reading, group number 2. With your cards here, we have Lilith, Thief of Life, Hunger, Animalism, Instinct, Thanatos, Warden of Dis, Completion, Support, Expediency, Empathy, I'm open to seeing both sides of a situation. And then for your tarot cards, we have Knight of Swords, 7 of Cups, 9 of Wands, and the Hermit. So what I'm seeing here for what's your karma in this lifetime, I feel like you guys are someone who is meant to overcome many challenges. You guys are someone who's meant to change the world with your empathy and your deep sense of knowing. You have a lot of knowledge, so maybe in a past life, you guys were also some sort of scholar, or you were teachers in many different past lives. Like, you could have been brought back as a teacher many, many times, because you guys have a lot of knowledge here with the Hermit and empathy. I feel like you're meant to teach the world, too, how to be more empathetic. Some of you guys, too, you could be meant to help people overcome abusive situations. Maybe in this life, you also had something like that you had to overcome, and that's why you're very empathetic. You're very helpful to people. But it's like you have empathy in a way that's not traditional. So it's like with Lilith and Thanatos here, that's very like dark, destructive change energy. So it's like you guys are able to change things with like empathy from dark situations. So like if you have been a victim of some type of abuse, or you know people who have been a victim of abuse, you're able to take that dark energy and transform it to something that's healing for you and other people who have went through that. And you bring a lot of change. So instead of following society's like guidelines on how to heal, you guys might invent or create your own ways for people to heal. Like, it might not necessarily be something like, okay, someone goes to therapy and talks to someone to heal. Like, you could believe in that, but you might be doing something different than that type of tradition, if that makes sense. So it could be like, maybe you like alternative type of medicines, or alternative types of therapy. There's something you're doing that's very different. I also feel like you're meant to be very outspoken in this lifetime. So you guys might start off life as quiet and more timid. And the more you experience, the more you become a powerhouse of change, of something very, very powerful and strong that can't be reckoned with. Like, you put a stop to things that you don't like, or things that are not right. You guys are you're meant to be someone who does a lot to help people through your own experiences. I also feel here that you guys in this lifetime could be meant to try many different things. With the Knight of Swords and the 7 of Cups, I feel like you might have the energy to charge ahead, but you're not necessarily sure on what you should charge ahead with. So you might wear many different hats in this life. You might have many different jobs. You might have many different interests, like many different hobbies. But you guys are definitely someone, you have like this deep energy. So it makes me think like with the Nine of Wands and this Hermit card, it kind of makes me think of like someone who is an elder who takes care of their community, their family. For some reason too, I think of like, oh, they take care of their village. Like if someone lives in the countryside or something like that, it's like this person who kind of takes care of everyone. But you guys don't do it in a way that's very soft and gentle because you started off life like that, right? You become this way, like this village elder or this community elder who helps people, but you also have a force to be reckoned with. Like for some reason, if you guys know of like astrology or the planet Mars, that's the energy I'm picking up, like this tough, ambitious energy, but you guys have it accented with a lot of kindness and empathy. So I feel like you're a protector in this lifetime, but you're also meant to learn how to protect yourself and stand up for yourself as your life goes on till you are this tough community elder if you're not there yet. No matter what stage of life you're at, you're meant to go through things so you become this person. So I'm going to put down my next set of cards for you guys. And with this set of cards, we're going to look at what in your past life could have caused you to have this karma in this life, and if there's anything you can do in this life to help ease that. Okay, with these cards here, we have Monk or Nun, Health, Medicine Man or Woman, Page of Wands, and the Eight of Pentacles. So with these cards, like Monk or Nun, Medicine Man or Woman, these two especially, like you guys definitely were spiritual teachers in a past life multiple times. For some reason, you guys are a soul that constantly wants to come back and learn. So you might have been a spiritual teacher for multiple different religions or like ethnic backgrounds. I feel like you guys, for some reason, your soul likes this placement because it's helping you learn a lot about different people, different types of lives. And I feel like your soul likes to learn by observing. And as a spiritual teacher or any type of teacher, you're going to be doing a lot of observing of your students or the people you're teaching. You're going to be able to watch them grow. Some of you guys could also be very nurturing of children as well. Like you like to watch how children, come into the world as babies, then they're toddlers, adolescents, then finally adults. And then also they eventually become elderly, right? I think you guys are someone, your soul's attracted to seeing like the life cycle, the processes in life. So this is something that's affecting you now in this lifetime. You guys are continuing here with the Page of Wands and the Eight of Pentacles. You're continuing to constantly learn and improve on your soul's knowledge. So that's very awesome, I feel. I also feel like one way you can help ease this life's karma, I mean, none of this really seems bad, so that's a good thing. I feel like one way you can help this process is just continuing to learn, continuing to work on what you love. What are the processes that you like to observe in this lifetime? Keep doing that. Express yourself in that way. With the Eight of Pentacles, it's like someone who keeps working on projects, on ideas. You guys are doing that in this lifetime. That's something that if you continue with that, that's going to help you. I feel like you guys also could be someone with health appearing. Maybe you do a lot to take care of your health or other people's health. But overall, you guys are someone who's like very nurturing. And your life's karma is to continue that nurturing energy, that healing energy, but becoming a little bit more sharper. So people don't take advantage of you, they don't harm you, and you can protect yourself and others more easily and in a more efficient way. So that was your reading, group number 2. I hope you guys liked it. If you did like it, consider liking the video, subscribing, hitting the notification bell so you guys don't miss any other time I post a video. And I hope you guys have a great day, and I hope to see you in the next reading. Bye. Welcome to your reading group number 3. With your cards here, we have Arthur, the Champion of Avon, Championship, Nobility, Self-Realization, Matriarch, Mother of the Homestead, Rejection, Opportunities, Consequences, Blame, I accept responsibility for my well-being. And for your tarot cards, we have the Lovers, 6 of Pentacles, 5 of Swords, and the 4 of Wands. So what I see here for you guys is, for this life's karma, you're going to have to learn how to pave your own way outside of the influence of society and society's rules that it sets for all of us. Once we come into this world, then we grow up, we're trying to make our own way as an adult. There's something here you have to break away from, because in your previous lifetimes, something that's affecting you in this current lifetime for your karma is, with Arthur here, Arthur is someone who represents masculine energy, and the matriarch here represents feminine energy. But what you often don't hear talked about a lot is there's also the energy of androgyny, a more neutral energy that holds both masculine and feminine energy. With this being said, in your past life, you might have had to be more like Arthur if you were a man. You might have had to live up to certain ideas to be a proper man. And we see here he's like a soldier, a knight, someone who's fighting. So you might have had to do stuff where you might not have fully resonated with that in your past life. So you as a man had to live up to certain ideas. And in your past life or past lives as a woman, with the matriarch here, you might have had to be a proper mother. You might have had to be someone who had to live up to ideas that women are said to supposed to do. Like, you might have had to have children. You might have had to take care of others and put your own goals to the side to be a feminine. So there's something with your past lives where you had to live many lives that were restricted to, like, gender roles, or maybe a role in your community because of your gender. There's something where it was restricted for you. So now in this lifetime, you could be learning ways where you're not just very feminine, not very masculine. You're trying to learn how to balance that out in this lifetime and form your life your own way, regardless of your gender. So, like, regardless if you're a man or a woman watching this, you're learning ways how to live your life now, not just tied to the expectations of that label. This is more of a niche message here. For some of you guys, you could be someone who has a unique gender identity, or you're just not attracted to things being an exact set way. You might like more freedom, or you might be attracted to people who express themselves through more androgynous ways, or ways that aren't exactly how society tells you, oh, if you're a man, you have to be this way. If you're a woman, you have to be this way. So this is very interesting. And this doesn't have to just apply to gender. This could be like with anything where there's a set strict role. So you guys are learning to overcome self-blame because of restrictions society put on you in your past life. So you're learning ways you can achieve in this life by making your own story. I also feel like you guys couldn't fully actualize yourself, because with Arthur it says self-realization here. You couldn't fully actualize yourself because of these restrictions in your past life. So in this life, you're given more freedom and more ability to explore, so you finally can overcome this. And with the Lovers card too, this also talks about not only love. You guys could receive many great loves in this lifetime. You could have good love relationships, karmatic love relationships that bring you a lot of joy, a lot of assistance here. But this also talks about, this is two halves of you coming together. So those feminine energies and those masculine energies coming together to form more of who you want to be less restricted. I also feel here too, you guys are overcoming, like if you have feelings of guilt a lot, or you have a struggle of imposter syndrome, this could be because of this Five of Swords energy here, having to play a role you don't fully agree with. So you're overcoming this and getting the Four of Wands, finally being happy in your home with yourself, your place in society. So this is really awesome karma for this life, because it's like you're finally going to be rewarded for your soul's struggles in the past. So now I'm going to put down my next set of cards for you guys, which will talk about what you might have done in a past life to have this karma in this life. I know I touched upon that already a little bit, but it just came through. And then I have a couple cards to see if there's anything you can do to help ease this karma and make it a little better for you, or, achieve what you want exactly in this life. Okay, with these cards here, we have Galactic, Male, Female, High Priestess or Priestess, the Wheel of Fortune, and the Five of Pentacles. Okay, you guys, so I'm screaming here with the Male, Female card because this is exactly what I'm picking up. So this is really crazy to me. So I feel like in your past life, or one of your past lives, you guys could have been someone who wasn't even human. You could have been from like another galaxy, so to say, like starseed energy. So maybe you guys chose past lives as a human, or maybe other types of life forms that we don't know about. You could have chose past lives as someone who had a restricted role, because maybe in your alien life, you had too much freedom, or there was a lesson you had to learn. And with the High Priest or High Priestess here, even this card is talking about like the male-female energy, like you're trying to learn how to express yourself with less limiting energy now. This life is allowing you to go back to that alien life you previously had and integrate what you learned from those lives of restriction, of having to be very masculine in a certain way, or having to be very feminine in a certain way that might not have been true to your soul. So in this lifetime, you guys are finally able to use that lesson of freedom and restriction, put them together, and then you get this life. What you're meant to do and what you're meant to achieve is to spread your wings and do more of what you want, unrestricted. And with the Wheel of Fortune and the Five of Pentacles, this is saying not to hold yourself back in this life. One of the ways you can help this karma is finding ways you can feel more integrated in society, maybe building a community, finding out if there's people or if there's already existing communities where people feel like you. And with the Wheel of Fortune, it's like overcoming this feeling of being left out, overcoming this feeling of being stuck in a confined space. So you guys have to try to embrace your quirkiness, your strangeness, because that's not really strange. It's only strange because it doesn't match what society teaches as normal, right? So you guys are really going to be aided by practicing or being part of anything that might seem a little bit strange or unusual, but that's just embracing the true parts of yourself that you couldn't express before. So that's something that's going to help you in this lifetime with your karma. So that was your reading, group number 3. I hope you guys liked it. I feel like this is my favorite reading so far with the cool messages that came through. So if you guys did like this reading, consider liking the video, subscribing, hitting the notification bell so you don't miss any other videos like this. And I hope to see you guys in the next reading. I hope you have a great day. Bye. Welcome to your reading, group number 4. For your cards here, we have Anubis, Arbiter of Truth, Preservation, Neutrality, Obligation, Dawn, the Red Shepherd, Just Reward, Evaluation, Respite, Love, I commit to the practice of seeing the good in all things. Then for your tarot, we have the 3 of Wands, 4 of Pentacles, Nine of Swords, and the Two of Pentacles. So what I see here for your karma in this lifetime, I feel like you guys are someone who could have a lot of responsibilities. You could have a life that follows a lot of schedules or regimens. Because of Anubis here, Anubis is one of the gods that oversees the embalming process, I believe, of bodies being mummified in ancient Egypt. So part of this process of preparing a body for mummification, it relates to your life now that you have a lot of stuff that you have to prepare in a process. You have to get things a certain way for yourself or other people. This is especially true if you guys are a parent or you take care of someone, you have family members, you have obligations with. There's something here where you have a lot of structures in this lifetime, and this could maybe help you learn how to be more efficient, learn how to get more done. I also think it's possible you could have this karma in this lifetime of following obligations or routines, being responsible, because maybe in a past life, you kind of did whatever you wanted to. You might not have had to follow something very set. So this life is trying to teach you why that's important. But a very cool thing here is one of your lessons you're meant to learn in this life is love. So you're going to have love. But love comes in many different forms, not just romantic. Even though that's what a lot of people think initially, love can come into your life in a platonic way, through friends, through family, through pets, through your community, and of course, romantically. So you guys are going to have different variations of love you will experience in this life. And also self-love, learning to love yourself and everything you bring of value to the world. I feel like you guys are someone, you won't go unnoticed. All the duties and obligations you follow, people love you for it. So everything you guys do, kind of like how Anubis does, getting the process ready to take someone from one stage of life to the next. That's why I'm kind of thinking of someone being a parent or caretaking for someone. The people you help with those areas of taking care of them or providing their needs for them, these people really love you, and the love will be paid back to you through areas where you have this obligation or these areas in your life where you have these commitments. People will pay you back. This actually makes me think of the Christmas movie, It's a Wonderful Life. So the main character has a lot of goals and dreams he wants to achieve, but for whatever reason, his life kind of gets delayed. He ends up getting married. He has kids. He has constraints on his time afterwards, and he ends up helping a lot of people in his community. And he ends up struggling in the movie. He ends up dealing with, like depressive type of feelings, okay? And he questions why he's here on earth. And he has an angel, like a guardian angel, come and try to show him what it would be like if he wasn't there in his community. And in this movie, he ends up getting rewarded at the end because of everything he did for all the people in his community. They come through for him. So I feel like this is true for you guys as well. You're like the character in the movie. I'm sorry, I can't think of their name, the character's name, but this is the vibe I get from you guys, like what you're meant to experience. Like you might sacrifice a lot for people, but in the last moment, in the last minute, people will come through for you and give the love you gave them back to you. And with these other cards here, I feel like you guys are going to learn in this life too, that your stability will come, but you might be busy a lot in this life because of those obligations. That's part of the challenge for you in this lifetime, but people will come through when those Nine of Swords moments happen. There is a lot of people who love and care about you in this world, and you're meant to experience all types of love in this lifetime. So I'm going to put down my next set of cards for you guys. And with this next set of cards, we're going to be looking at what you did in a past life that makes it so this is your current life karma. And we're going to be looking at what you might be able to do to help ease this karma in this life. Okay, with these cards here, we have vows, the arts, father, the 8 of cups, and the 4 of cups. So I feel like maybe you have this current life karma of having obligations or learning about different types of love is because maybe in a past life, you had to have a promise to a father figure or someone who is represented by a father figure. You had to have a promise or you had obligations that you had to meet, but for whatever reason, you didn't follow through with these obligations or these promises. You might have focused on more of your own goals, your own ambitions here with the arts card. Maybe you had to pursue something else against your father or that father figure's wishes, but whatever it is, maybe it resulted in some type of like a rift between you and the father figure in this past life. So maybe now in this life, you're kind of, regardless of your gender, you guys might be more father-like with someone who has a lot of responsibilities because you're meant to follow through with obligations now. Kind of like how your father did. Like maybe your father in the past life or that father figure in the past life, maybe they didn't necessarily want to force you to do something, but maybe it's like it affected their reputation or their standing in society. And by you not doing that, it could have caused them a lot of issues. So in this life, it's like you have obligations to learn what your father in that past life had to experience by trying to care for you, trying to make sure you both have a life where you're not being like seen negatively by society. Kind of a strange message. But that's what I'm picking up for your past life. Like you had to do something, but you didn't want to do it. And maybe it hurt your father. So now in this life, it's like you're meant to experience the responsibilities someone like that person had to carry so you can understand where they're coming from. Like as someone who's like a parent or someone who's more responsible, and you're experiencing those different types of love as well so that you might feel more accepted. You might be more willing to be giving responsibility to your friends and family because of the love you receive. Maybe in that past life you didn't receive as much love, so now you're being given that kind of like as a reward. And lastly here, one thing you can do to help ease this karma, I feel like you guys have to walk away from situations that cause discontentment and boredom. So this means in this life, when you have obligations, when you have responsibilities, if there are times it's too burdensome, maybe approach the situation with love. Maybe you can delegate some of your tasks to other people, reach out for help, and this will help ease some of your burdens. I also think maybe replacing obligations you don't like, if there's a way to change it out to something where you might still be dedicated, you might still be putting in work and being responsible, but if you can switch out obligations you don't like with something that's a little bit more tolerable and still requires effort, that also might help you. I hope that makes sense because this last part of the reading is a little bit more like not as clear messages. So I'm trying my best here, but that was your reading. Group number 4. I hope you guys liked it. Let me know what you thought about it in the comments. If you did like it, consider liking the reading, subscribing if you haven't yet, hitting the notification bell if you haven't yet so you don't miss any other videos like this. But I hope you guys have a great day, and I hope to see you in the next reading. Bye.